Noah isn't here
to roast Noah. He's not here, but I won't do it. I'm a gentleman.
Do it.
Yeah? Yeah, do it.
Roast Noah.
No, I'm good. I just hope he's in the bed because he's gonna be staring at the ceiling.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I win.
So, Comic-Con is this weekend. But yeah.
I forgot that was happening.
Yeah, the only reason I know is to keep getting things like, oh, what Marvel movies are going to get announced at Comic-Con or some shit. And also I see a bunch of figures, like there's a bunch of like new KOF figures coming out and stuff, and they're pretty cool.
Speaking of those figures, you see that Cloud NFT figure?
Is it the dress one?
It's both of them.
Oh my god, it's an NFT fucking figure? Excuse me?
The figure is not an NFT, but it comes with like an NFT receipt or some dumb shit.
What the hell?
That is so fucking epic. Oh my god.
Aren't you ready for that?
I'll tell you right now, if Dragon Quest, I don't care if Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy, if that shit is in the game, I'm not buying that game.
Yeah.
I'm not touching it. I don't care.
Why not? You're not excited?
No, it's just dumb. Like we want players to earn. Like I don't get it. Like the Square Enix president, people have been telling this dude multiple times. Like this shit is no one wants this shit. Like gamers, it's not even just like the Square Enix president, but gamers just do not care for this shit. Like at all. They've been trying to implement it in games.
Actually, I care about non-fungible tokens. Okay, so please don't disrespect it.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah, my bad, Michelle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be fucking sorry. All right, because I care.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll be better.
So I'm looking at the list of panels at Comic-Con, and apparently, so there's a Senran Kagura, one. There you go, Jay. That's yours.
It's not mine.
You must.
I like the gameplay.
Hyperdimension Neptunia.
No. All right, no. Shut this down right now. Don't you mention that one.
Jay's a soon-to-be Hyperdimension Neptunia fan.
No, shut that down right now.
No,
shut that down right now. No,
it's open.
No, it's not open.
Yeah, you opened the door when you bought it.
It's not open. No, it is not. It is not in buy. I think first off, I didn't buy the crossover. I never bought the crossover. So
one day.
Oh, I won't.
You will.
Because it has those characters in it. Those characters, you gotta understand, like real talk, because the situation happened in the past, I absolutely hate those characters. Like with a burning passion. I used to hate Miku because of a situation that happened in the past with somebody. You guys know who it is. I won't mention names on the podcast.
You can,
but I will never.
Your hate. It's possible, Jay.
No.
Possible.
It is possible, man.
I pray for the downfall of this franchise and the downfall of its fans.
What?
But Jay's
what's going on? I'm looking at this. But
that one is good. It's good gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay.
That one has good gameplay.
Good gameplay, yeah.
Good gameplay, yeah.
That's Warriors gameplay.
Warriors gameplay. Oh, yeah, okay.
Better than Pirate Warriors 4.
I wonder why you would say that. That's crazy.
I want you to list what Dynasty Warriors games you would put it above real quick. Just for all the Dynasty Warriors fans out here.
Just two.
Which?
Actually, no, I put it above Dynasty Warriors 9, but that's Dynasty Warriors 9, so.
What spin-off would you put it above, Jay?
None, because Samurai Warriors is cool.
And Warriors Orochi Pirate Warriors?
Oh, Pirate Warriors, yeah. Pirate Warriors 4. Yeah.
Damn.
Wow. Damn, alright.
Wow.
Wow.
First, folks.
Jay choosing Senran Kagura over One Piece.
That's crazy.
But One Piece has
titties. Wild. That's
you put Senran Kagura
and it has more titties. That's crazy.
I'm just saying that it has more characters, it has more customization options,
more titties, more titty options, more titty stages,
more weapons,
more titty weapons,
more weapons. It doesn't skip good arcs like Side
Doesn't skip. Good titties.
That's not it. And the gameplay is good.
Yeah, and the titty gameplay is good. All right, we got a important issue.
Yeah,
the
a lot of characters.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
What were we moving on to?
But there's a lot of interesting panels. Like, for some reason, there's a Cutie Honey one. There's a Dirty Pair one.
Okay.
A Kiss X Sis. Oh, another J Classic Kiss X Sis.
Bro, I forgot about that show. And you just reminded me about that shit. I swear to God, I was the only one, because that was like in middle school. Like people's like, I guess, sexual awakening in middle school.
That was, yeah.
People watched that show and they were like, this show's crazy. Like,
I think it was on old Netflix, wasn't it?
It was on YouTube. Like, it was all on YouTube, and people were like talking about it, and like, it's a little fucking middle school. Of course, we were like horny for it and stuff, but like, looking at it now, it's like really, it's like fucking his sister, so that's weird. But I mean, it's a classic. It's nostalgia for it, so it is what it is.
You heard it here. Jay stands on incest. It is what it is.
No, this is what it is. I don't agree right here. I'm not about, I'm tired of these damn questions trying to fucking expose me on this goddamn podcast.
I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just letting you speak for yourself, Jay. Okay. All right. I'm not.
I didn't say anything.
You said enough. Okay. You said
no.
Shaking my damn head. But yeah,
I think I guess we'll see what video games and shit come out of it as the weekend comes.
There's one thing I saw. Dragon Ball The Breaker, which was supposed to come out in the spring of this year, is now coming out in the fall. And the gameplay looks fun, but I don't know how the game looks worse than Xenoverse 1. Like, graphics-wise.
Graphically, yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
I remember it looked rough when I saw it.
What are the doing with that again? What is that? What is the gameplay? What is that? What is the game?
It's Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight.
They show off Frieza.
Yeah, except, like, instead of a killer, you're playing as, like, a Dragon Ball villain, and then, like, you can, like, turn Super Saiyan and beat him or some shit.
Yeah, you can get the spirit of the Z Warriors. If you get the spirit of Goku, you can beat him.
Yeah. It's like, it sounds like Dead by Daylight, except with, like, Friday the 13th game, like, level mechanics where it's, like, some fucking cryptic shit to, like, win as Survivor. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I miss Friday the 13th, the video game. I miss that. It's so fucking shit, but it's really funny.
Well, now it's dead, unfortunately.
Well, it's not like dead. There's just no like official.
It got executed in the servers. It got executed in the streets.
It just doesn't have official dedicated servers.
They took it out in the middle of the street, in the middle of the night. Okay,
listen.
In front of its family, they fucking blew its brains out. Okay, what can I say?
We could have had Jason X, but they decided to do that.
I'm just glad that they just really glad that they kept the servers up so people are still playing the game frequently. Yeah. So if we want to go back on Halloween, which we go back every Halloween and play that game, I don't mind going back any other time of the year, but we just when everyone just feel like getting the move for Halloween.
Did you see that game revived a little bit recently? Actually,
yeah, I've seen YouTube have been playing it
because people keep getting when it's like the dude with like the blonde hair. It's like the default survivor. You can like you can get like a swimsuit outfit where he's wearing a speedo and you can dance. And what they'll do is they'll do the dance taunt at Jason and they'll like set up shit and they'll fucking play Katy Perry's California Girls and do it all in like sequence while Jason's getting fucked up by like bear traps and shit. Okay. It's just like fucking clowning on people and that's why the game got a resurgence.
Well.
So. There's something there. It's just, can't get new content because the Friday the 13th copyright debacle.
Because they took it behind a shed.
I'm just surprised they can still sell it.
Killed it. Alright, that's what happened.
Yeah. They did. They did that to that entire franchise, to be honest.
I hope one day they can be fixed.
They can't.
Well, it's in a weird spot. Have I ever told you about the fan films that are like essentially official fan films because the dude who makes them is like so rich that he's able to like hire original crew from like the original movies, and he hires like original actors and shit. Like they're essentially just high budget official fan films. It's kind of fucking wild, and they're kind of cool too. They're actually really well made. They're like 20 minutes long each, and like there's this really good one where like it's set in like a snowy forest, and like Jason's like fucking chasing a dude in a snowy forest, and it's really cool. They make Jason like really smart in it and shit, and he's more raw. Like he just fires bow and arrows and shit at people. It's fucking sick.
I'm so mad when you get that freaking Jason X map.
Yeah. We've seen screenshots of it and everything in his costume from it. We were cut. It looked so good.
That's how it'd be.
Man, it would have also been cool. It probably wouldn't have happened, but if we got like a Freddy versus Jason map, and like the way to beat Jason, the map was different because you had to use Freddy. Even though I'm pretty sure, didn't Jason beat his ass? I forgot.
He did. Jason won that.
Okay.
He like decapitated him.
So it'd be like you could get killed, but you have to use Freddy to beat him. And if you got Freddy, you could also start killing the other people around you too.
That'd be raw. Like you could just like fucking like do a one-man army thing, do whatever you want as Freddy. That'd be. Yeah, you could literally have it like make him be like a Tommy Jarvis, where if you die, you can spawn as him. I wish we got the original idea for that movie, where it was going to be Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, and it was going to have like Ash Williams from Evil Dead. That would have been so fucking fun.
I'm pretty sure Ash could probably beat them both.
Probably, yeah, because he like is able to do Necronomicon shit.
Yeah,
he could probably beat both her ass somehow. He could beat the shit out of doing it, but he could do it. Ash, like, if you watch those movies, Ash gets the shit beaten out of him the entire time. He takes some damage, but like in the first movie, it has a borderline fetish for throwing him in the drawers for some. But yeah, what else has happened in the week?
We talk about SpongeBob and
we haven't talked about that. Yeah, because Ellis Mark has made his 7-hour review on every single SpongeBob episode released thus far as of like a certain date. And it's kind of gotten SpongeBob discussion back up. And a lot of people are clowning on cartoon reviewers like Mr. Renner, who deserve it because of that. And it's really funny to see. I don't like to bring hate towards someone on this channel, but I'm glad Mr. Renner, of all people, is getting actually not. He's like a right winger, so I don't care.
He's just in general. We've seen him be like a shitty person to people. So I don't care. This dude sent like fans, like his fans after people because he wrote a bad SpongeBob episode. So like,
literally gave the dude death threats for writing a bad SpongeBob episode.
Yeah.
He treats him like a villain in his videos. Like, he literally drew him as like a villain in art and shit. It's fucking insane behavior. And like, most of his audience at the time were like, like that, like, like when you're like 13, you're like first discovering like internet criticism and shit. And
that's how I was.
Yeah,
I would have him on as background noise. I wouldn't even like actually pay attention to his shit. Like, I would just have him on as background noise and just like listen to this stuff. And then like at a certain point, I was just like, man, he was just like complaining about nothing.
Yeah, he just complained. Right. It all culminated in turning red 9/11.
Yeah, and that was like the absolute worst take he did.
Yeah. There's a live stream where I think, it's Bosch where he discovers Mr. Renner for the first time through the 9/11 thing, and then he like discovers that the Mr. Renner has like fucking anti-vax takes and shit, and it's like a rabbit hole of just shit that like we've all known about for years. but
Yeah.
someone discover it firsthand is really funny. He's like the face of that. Like he's kind of like a big face of the cartoon review community too. Don't you know?
Because he was like one of the pioneers of it before it was people that came in. There are only a few of them I like. Tunerific Tyreek's pretty cool because he's like pretty chill. He's really just more of a retrospective thing. He's just kind of like he'll make a video like Fat Albert the movie or something, and he'd be like, "Yeah, this is like pretty cool." Me as a kid, you know, this part was like freaking crazy. You see this, or like Mike or something. It's like pretty cool, and his skits are funny. He's like a pretty chill dude, and the people he usually associate with are pretty chill as well. So like, that's what I like. But the extreme dudes,
Ellis Mark is really good.
Yeah, Ellis Mark is good. He's pretty chill. I always agree with him, but he's pretty chill. So
yeah,
I like.
I mean, it's a different thing of having a different opinion than someone,
yeah, exactly.
And like them not being chill. Like Ellis Mark, like, I like it when YouTubers seem like if you like sat down and talked to them, they'd be really chill. And Ellis Mark seems like that. So Rebel Taxi's also pretty cool.
Rebel Taxi. Well, he's the OG. He's the one of the.
Yeah,
OGs.
he is like. He's been around since like the beginning of YouTube, pretty much. What else is there? I have nothing personal against Saberspark, but I do not like his content. It's just kind of like, you know what I mean? Well, like, he doesn't really add anything of value. He just kind of states the facts, and that's the video. That's what his videos feel like. It's kind of weird, and he'll always do it. Shit that's already like been talked about, so he doesn't really add it.
Second video was like worst one, and I was like, I don't know. I used to turn off when I see people who like go out of their realm like that, start talking about Sega because it's like the easiest target, and like they just say they get like a bunch of stuff wrong. They say the same stuff that people just say who don't actually pay attention. It's like you're gonna make a video on this stuff. Yeah, it's different from like, you know, just being like a regular guy on the street and then trying to make a video on this and like trying to like, you know, tell somebody this, inform people, because when you're making informative content, you have to be well informed. When you're not informed on something, you're not making informative content, then how are you a reliable narrator? You know, at that point.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah. It's also like within the cartoon community. I'm not in the cartoon community, but I like watching videos, obviously, so I'll just watch it. It's kind of hard to find YouTubers that don't have weirdo behavior in that fucking realm sometimes, because there's always something.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on Wild House people. You know, like, I kind of, but yeah, it's just like, but with SpongeBob, though, the discussion with those critics is basically how fucking far they go with the fucking critiques of their shit. And, like, it calls into this, like, weird question of, like, should we be applying fucking morals to SpongeBob SquarePants? And the obvious answer is no. But they sure think so, that we should talk about Squidward torture porn or some shit.
Exactly. I don't know about a lot of people, but to me, I just don't think a lot of people cared, nor that they were thinking, like, oh yeah, this was funny because Squidward deserved it. I just thought it was funny because there was an episode where, like, Squidward freaking was riding a bike and he fucking exploded when he got knocked out. That's just funny.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if he deserved it or not. It just looks funny because that's what slapstick is. Like, it's like, do you watch Tom and Jerry? Because Tom and Jerry, like, both can learn a lesson, so that's why they're getting beat. That's not why it's funny. It's funny because Tom and Jerry are usually smacking the ever living dog shit out of each other. Like, same with Ed and Eddie. Like, it's just That's just
and Eddie usually has more layers to his jokes than slapstick.
It is, but there are just times where people will open doors and smack the fudge out of somebody and flatten them.
Exactly.
Like, it'd be something like that, and it's like it's just funny.
There's a thing within like critics where specifically with comedy critics, where they're just like, they see slapstick as a low form of like humor because yeah, it's like cheap, but you know it can be funny. I mean, there's a reason why like the Three Stooges still works. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like cartoon YouTubers try to apply that as like, oh, that's like a cheap form, like gross out fucking slapstick comedy. But like, if it works, it works. Obviously, when it doesn't, you get examples like the Splinter or the latest episode of that with SpongeBob, where like Patrick literally milks ink out of Squidward and sells it. It's fucking nasty.
There's some episodes, especially when they like emphasize the spit. That's another one I don't like. Discussing emphasize cheese. My thing was with the cartoon YouTubers. For a while, I'm a person. I think the original 3 seasons. Well, I say the original 4 seasons were the best for me personally. But I never thought that season 7 was pretty fucking bad. But I never thought it was all bad or it just completely went to shit. I thought it was a gradual thing. And like looking back at like Ellis Moore's video, remember the episodes that I did watch. I just felt like I don't know if an episode it just wasn't as bad as I thought. There was a lot of good episodes in there, but the problem is that Nick for some reason would air like the absolute trash over and over again. Like if you were a kid growing up in the 2000s, you probably remember seeing that freaking episode, All That Glitters, right? Like that episode was trash.
Exactly, they would air that every fucking day.
Yeah, and that was what said in the video. There's a point where you were a kid and you came home from school and you just wanted to watch your favorite SpongeBob episode, but it wasn't your favorite SpongeBob episode. It was freaking the Splinter, or it was All That Glitter Is Gold, and it would happen freaking multiple days in the week because Nick would air the same freaking episode. It was freaking that Patrick's sister episode, and then it was just annoying. And then I think because of that, people just kind of got in their heads where like all the seasons, were bad because they would just keep airing the worst episodes from it. The Legends of Bikini Bottoms was trash. It was so annoying, even as a kid. But
there was a point I remember specifically. It was after like I got my Wii, and I remember I was playing like Mario Party 8 and Resident Evil 4 as a kid, and Webkins. And as I was playing it on the TV, I swear to God, every day of that like birthday week or whatever in the summer, they aired Wishing Well, and they aired that one episode where they turned the Krusty Krab into a theater every fucking day. Like
I love Wishing Well, but I would barely see it.
I would see it every day. It was awful. It was like, yeah, that shit sucked. Like, Nick is pretty bad about airing episodes in general shows, to be real.
That's
like
cartoon.
Yeah.
The Cartoon Network suffers from that problem very, very.
Gotta love when we like get a new show, or when they get a new show, and they air it at like 6 a.m. and they're like, man, the ratings are low, and they only air it at 6 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah. I saw someone defend that, going like, Saturday morning cartoons, I would get up as a kid. Kids are different now. Like, no one gets up for that. And, like, it's not the fucking 80s, alright? Like, it's not...
That wouldn't get up
even our generation, for example, right? We didn't fucking do that. Like, no one cares to do that. We're not like 80s kids fucking collecting like fucking Transformers and shit, alright? Like,
well, the thing is, they had their stuff air at a decent time. They didn't have to wait at like, we got like some ridiculous time. I remember when The Legend of Korra would come out, right?
Yeah.
And I was like following that series when it came out. They would only air it at like 6 a.m. on Saturdays. It was apparently super successful, but it only get a new episode. Then they would air it when kids were in school. Like, they would air at like 12 p.m. when kids are in school and kids can't watch the show.
Yeah. I know Nick went out of their way for that show to fuck up. Like, there was a point where there was like, nah, we're not airing the new season on TV. It can only be viewed on Nick.com.
Yeah, it was, people, a lot of people were fans of the show. It's just that, we got bamboozled because, just Nick was just poor. Nick did not care. So all of us got bamboozled. and it ended up killing the show, and it's a whole mess. But now Nick wants to use all those shows nostalgia. I find it funny because you see something like Invader Zim, which didn't even get to finish airing its first season, and the show. If you look at the show, how long the show went on, it says the show went on from 2001 to 2006. That's not actually what happened. What ended up happening was that the show went on in 2001. They canceled the show in 2001. There were still episodes they had left finished from 2001. Girl got popular with Hot Topic chicks in 2006, so they aired the rest of the episodes on Nicktoons and did reruns in 2006. And now they put Invader Zim and everything, and they made that movie. But apparently there was some stuff with that movie that they did that showed that they really didn't care still about it. So I don't know. It's just they're just really stupid. A lot of their good shows get canceled. And SpongeBob on ACC because of the ratings. Speaking of which, they're just really stupid with season releases in general. You know, they mix the seasons with SpongeBob. That's probably why a lot of people think certain episodes were in certain seasons. They had season 2 and 3 done for a while, so they mixed those episodes in together.
Yeah. That's how Nick airs things. You see, Nick and Cartoon Network have problems with how they air things. Nick's specific thing is they like to, specifically with SpongeBob, they'll combine seasons together and shit, so it's really confusing. And how they air things. A couple of years ago for SpongeBob, season 14 and season 17 were airing their new episodes at the same fucking time or some shit. It was bizarre. Well, Cartoon Network will air your shit at 6 a.m. on a Saturday, and then they'll fucking air Teen Titans Go every 5 seconds. Their Teen Titans Go back off.
Yeah, wait, what? No, they'll air a serialized show out of order.
Yeah, they will. Adult Swim does that too, fun fact. Moral Oral, remember the Christmas finale of season 1? So you know how, it's better, it would make a lot more sense to watch that finale by after watching the other episodes, right? Yeah. Even though it's not really, serialized, it would still, have more of an impact if you watch the other ones. They aired that last episode first, and it tanked the ratings of the show because people were, turned off by it.
Bruh.
And they aired season 1 completely out of order. And eventually Moral World became serialized, so that would have been a problem if they kept doing that.
Wow.
TV airings are fucking stupid. Specifically for cartoons. It's fucking... And then, again, this is the one people talk about because every fucking cartoon YouTuber talks about it, the fucking... airing literally 9 hours of Teen Titans Go straight a day for months. That was fucking awful. Even if you like that show, that's fucking awful. You would get sick of it immediate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I don't really care for stuff like Steven Universe, I can understand why those fans get really fucking mad. Oh yeah. Fucking, Well, yeah.
What else happened this week?
We got, let's see. I'm getting the double Better Call Saul on Monday night, and then Chainsaw Man Part 2 and Tuesday morning. And it's been pretty Kino so far. It's back-to-back Kino for 2 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And the only issue is watching Better Call Saul on AMC on the actual channel sucks ass. So you have to pirate it.
It's not great. TV ads are not the best, especially for a show like Better Call Saul.
Yeah. That show intends for you to watch that. Both Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are shows that you can tell they were kind of made. Not at first, but you can tell, especially with Better Call Saul, it was made for streaming, essentially, because Netflix is how those shows got popular. And, with Better Call Saul, they leaned into that, because if you watch that show's episodes with advertisement breaks, it really fucks the pacing.
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
in general, like, yeah, it's not, as a experience, like, watching it on TV is not too great. And, like, they're generally, like, way slower paced, so, like, it's kind of better to watch them in, like, one go rather than in, you know, once a week sittings or anything like that.
Yeah. I feel like it's easier on the final season because, and season 5, because season 5 and the final season had a lot more like hooks that would keep you week to week. But watching seasons 1 through 4 week to week would be torture.
It was definitely interesting experience. In general, I just think it's better. Even with the final seasons and with more shit happening, it's still a little bit slower paced.
Like if you watch it week to week, you would still need to rewatch the final seasons, to be honest, like later on, like as on Netflix shit. That is, if Netflix will actually add Better Call Saul season 6 on there before the year 2027.
Yeah, it'll be on fucking 3 years from now, like fucking season 5 took until fucking April of this year.
Yeah. That was atrocious. That was terrible. It was on every other platform too, like just not Netflix. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
I feel like AMC is trying to have this like thing where like they're trying to get people to subscribe to AMC Plus, and AMC Plus actually doesn't have Breaking Bad. Fun fact: Netflix has full exclusive streaming rights to Breaking Bad. So I think they're trying to like hold Better Call Saul hostage so people will get into AMC Plus.
Bruh.
Well, it's not working for me because I ain't paying for that shit. I ain't paying for that shit.
Have you heard how the episode releases work?
No.
So even if you're paying for AMC Plus, you are paying like $5 a month for it. So Better Call Saul season 6, and this goes for any other show, Walking Dead, whatever. New season, if you want to watch it as it comes out, when it gets uploaded on there, you better watch that episode that week, because the episodes go away in 2 weeks until the season is done. Then they wait a while, and then they upload the full season. You cannot access it even if you pay for it until they upload it all again.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's fucking
like they take episodes off the streaming service. It's stupid. That service sucks.
Yeah, I'm just I'm not too too interested.
There's nothing really on there besides Better Call Saul either, so, once that shit's over, because most people do it, they buy it through, like, Amazon, because there's AMC Plus stuff on Amazon, and when you get it, the episodes get uploaded later at, like, midnight instead of 10, but you keep the episode forever, and, recently they had a sale where you get the entire season for $10. So, like, most people do it, like, through that or pirating. And no one out here using AMC Plus for fun.
Yeah.
Like, no.
What's the AMC show I watched? I watched, like, Hell on Wheels. They used to be on Netflix, and they took it off.
Oh.
I think it's on... Is it on AMC Plus? It probably is, but I'm not paying for it. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's probably... You just pirate it.
I acquire it legally.
Yeah, acquire it legally. Yeah.
Through legal means. That's how I watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's happening. I don't know. Shit's been slow for me. I haven't really been getting too much shit.
Yeah.
I watched The Boys recently though. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we talk about that.
Season 1. I need to watch it still.
All of season 2.
Oh yes.
I'm about to start. I'm somewhere in season 3. I'm in the middle. I think I'm like episode 3. I'm in the middle of episode 3. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good show. I knew this nigga Homelander was sick. I did not know he was that sick. I don't know.
Told you. I sent that meme of the deep with that Squidward.
Yeah. I saw a scene of him recently. Looking at an octopus, and that was enough. That was, yeah.
Did they get to the point in the show? Because I know in the comic there's a storyline where there's a clone of him, and the clone eats a baby, and he gaslights himself into thinking he himself ate.
So it's different. They're going with a different thing. And that character is not the same character. Like, it's different. It's completely.
Okay.
But right now, the point of Mitchell's at, fucking, he hit the part where Homelander dated a Nazi, and she got, like, bodied. Like, super hard.
You know, when I was watching, like, I realized her name was Stormfront, so I was like, yeah, she's probably a Nazi. But then, like, I forgot, and then, like, when she just started killing black people, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, wait. Oh, shit. But, yeah, no. Yeah, it's pretty good so far. Gotta get through season 3. Well, you know, it is what it is.
I can see why they're changing a lot from the comics, because everything I hear about the comics, it sounds like it's like a shittier version of it.
Yeah, I've heard people.
I just said the like storyline out loud of Homelander having a clone that eats a baby, and he actually doesn't do it, but he gaslights himself into thinking he ate the baby. And that sounds like the stupidest fucking thing I've ever.
So yeah, that was basically what people don't like about the comic. Is the comic is like, I mean, the show's pretty mean-spirited, but the comic is too mean-spirited to the point where it feels like the writer at the time was just kind of pissed off at any superhero, and was just trying to make the most outlandish shit happen with them. Yeah. Like they changed Soldier Boy for the better in this show. In the show,
I heard he's like a Giga Chad in the show.
Yeah, you'll see in season 3, Mitchell. And they changed Homelander, because the problem that people had with that twist was that, like, it was, people were mad because it was like, oh, so now it's not Homelander that did all this stuff, and now it's some fucking clone that we never saw. Like, and that means he's done nothing essentially to the series. So, but like, you know, they changed a lot of stuff. It's moving around, and in all honesty, it's just so much better because of it. And like the heroes doing stuff it actually makes sense. Like the characters make sense. They're not all just like fucking hard soups and shit and killing. Like motivations make more sense. You have to watch it to see it, but it's just the comic. I think that's probably the problem with the comic is just it's way too mean spirited for its own good.
Yeah,
I looked at pictures.
It's like
I did not expect it to look the way it looks.
What the
Boys comic?
Oh yeah.
I'll say he was like a freaking a Proud Boy in the fucking comic.
The comics art is so like hit or miss. I know I forget how many artists there are. I know the lead artist because he did the cover for No More Heroes 3 and shit, and he likes to draw people with big necks. I know that's his thing. Because he drew Travis with a big bulging neck with like veins. It's kind of weird.
Jesus.
But yeah,
that's not a woman with a big neck.
But like, there's one artist on The Boys. I saw someone post like pages of it, and they're fucking terrible. There's this like aesthetic in comics I don't like. That was in like the early 2000s and mid 2000s, where like they were getting used to digital art, and like they painted characters in like these like gradients that looked like shit. And it looked really bad. And a lot of Marvel and DC stuff uses it if you look back at it. They got better about this over time as comic artists got better. But, like, that shit's, like, rough. And The Boys is, like, the fucking pinnacle of it. It looks so bad. There's, like, these, like, weird, like, badly realistic fucking character art and shit. It looks so bad. I hate it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just gross to look at.
It's kind of weird. It's not my style.
Yeah, I don't. Especially
so many comics of the time use that style too, and it's really gross.
When they keep showing that picture of Soldier Boy in the comics, I just get turned off. It just looks weird.
But what's with Amazon hooping with these like comic adaptations like Invincible? Man, the boys.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Jeff Bezos really likes comic books where they do dark takes of Superman. I've noticed. What?
Yeah.
You got Omni-Man and Homelander being their biggest ones.
Man, I saw a video on Jeff Bezos, and like, I'm not surprised, honestly, but I mean, like, at first, I'm not. Well, no, the hate's kind of warranted because of a bunch of shit, but like, when I saw that video on him, like, what he actually, like, how he did his shit, like, him personally, what he did, like, it makes sense why his company is run the way it does on, like, ground level. As someone who worked at the Amazon factory. For one, he said he was just an asshole, and he was, like, very mean to his fucking, like, employees and, like, threatened to fire him all the fucking time. They messed up books. And,
he is not a good person whatsoever. Alright. This is probably gonna take this one. Did you see the recent Elon Musk Twitter image where he has like fucking bulging chest and stomach?
What is going on with his body? He looks so.
He looks anorexic. You know what I mean? Like when they have like the.
Who, Elon Musk or?
Yeah, he has like. It's like he's deformed. It's really weird. That's the best way to describe it. You know the Captain America image where he has like big ass pecs?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The fucking dude who drew the Captain America fucking made an image where he put the fucking shield on it.
Yeah, he looks like it's barrel chested, like.
Yeah.
Fucking dude from the fucking 50s. Fucking weird.
Weird, yeah.
Weird ass, build. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I'm not.
Oh man, y'all didn't hear any of that, did you?
No.
Okay, cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, he legit just looks like an unhealthy version of the Rob Liefeld Captain. Glad Rob Liefeld made that image. It's really funny.
You want to know what happened? He divorced his wife. That's what happened. Lost a girl.
Well, I don't even think it's just like a weight issue because that's just not weight. Like, that's just.
It's
I feel like he let himself.
I don't even think he let himself go because he just looks barrel chested. Like it's weird. Just like he's got like this fucking.
It looks like he has a condition. Like.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't think it's a weight issue. I think it's just how he's like built, like how he works out or whatever. But yeah,
he probably does like really bad fucking workouts and shit. It fucked him up.
But,
He like I'll be like crass about it, but like someone fucked that multiple times. Like there were multiple. He has multiple kids. Like multiple people fucked that.
Well, you have money, you can get anything.
I was gonna say something, but I mean, it managed to make he smashed Grimes, so
Yeah,
they're fucking great. I don't even want to get into it. It's whatever. I'll keep my mouth.
the Emerald Mine money must go insane.
I will not. I'll not speak. Okay, if I speak, I'm in big trouble. I don't know.
Yeah.
Big trouble.
We'll attract a crowd.
But yeah,
a bunch of little Redditors really mad if we speak ill.
The tech bros too, man. I used to like wonder what a lot of girls. Cause I saw a lot of girls on Twitter always have like tech bros. I hate them, and like you in the tech industry, you start to understand why. A lot of them just see Elon Musk as like this, and just Jeff Bezos and shit. He's like, they see what they built, and they just ride them hard because they want to like be on their team and shit. And it's like, bro, like I don't know, man. The thought of like sucking up to a company or individual like that just because like they did this or that, it's just like I don't know. It's not. I don't. The idea just kind of like bugs me.
Yeah,
because especially we don't know, like they don't know you, they don't care to know you. Especially Jeff Bezos doesn't give a fuck about you. I don't know why people are so adamant on like
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
And then they say
people, I can get it. Like it's like they try to act like alpha males, and they think Elon Musk is like some fucking.
And then they say stupid shit like what was that one? I am the tech lead or so.
Yeah.
Women should be better in the kitchen. All this other shit.
Yeah, the dude who was like,
yeah, you're a fucking tech lead. You have a failing fucking cryptocurrency.
One of the no, he wasn't just that. He was like a head of Google and a head of Facebook. And the only reason he was fired was because he became public about the opinions he had. Fucking, like, that's the only reason he went to crypto. And that gives you a good idea of what the lead developers of, like, Google and Facebook are like, if they let people like that be in their circle for, like, decades.
That's how it is, man. Like, it's legit. That's why, like, people get mad at, like, the shit where they're like, oh, we want to harm black people. They do that because now they have diversity quotas because this is how the shit has been. They do not want other people in their field. Like, they not want minorities in their field. It used to just be, like, whites and Indians. You know, like, well, Indians had their own stuff, but like the white companies, you know, like they would just, you know, they didn't want anybody in their field. It was rare. Like there were some companies that do stuff, but it was rare that happened. Now, like, you know, it's good that, you know, shit getting fixed, but you still got a bunch of terrible shit going on. Like you got the game design stuff, the game design, like Activision and all that shit going on. So it's just a whole mess that just needs to be resolved. And, you know, they keep having people in there, people in the shadows that are like that in there, so it's going to keep happening.
Yeah. It's a fucking sadly a fucking work culture and mindset that is fucking just fucking been a staple within the tech industry for fucking yeah.
Well, yeah. What is that? I don't really do much else outside of watching The Boys, though, this week so far.
You know, I was about to say it's amazing how we went from The Boys to, like, tech corporations, but, you know, corporations and shit is a big part of The Boys, so
yeah. You know, it has a lot of good messages about corporations. It's just too bad that it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Which, you know, it is what it is, I guess, to get it made. But it's just the irony of it being on Amazon.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But yeah, Jay, what'd you do this week?
Work and hate work, and had to do more work than I'm really paid for, and got yelled at. Well, I ain't yelled at, but just like attitudes of people, not me, but other people, and that's what I did this week. And besides that, besides shitty work, there was some stuff got announced. Besides playing Klonoa, something else got announced this week. I forgot what it was. I can go look it up real quick. But I was kind of excited for it. Hold up. Let me go look this. Scroll back up.
I'm surprised you haven't talked about the convention.
Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that.
Yeah.
That was that, and then also the Strikers thing. Oh, it was in skate. So, I'll get into that. So I went to the convention, and
he's talking about DreamCon. Jay went to DreamCon and he spread COVID.
I didn't go. Sadly,
went to DreamCon, and he was the person who posted that they had COVID, and they were going anyways. So Jay.
No.
Continue.
No, I wasn't that person, but I went to Retro Expo. I wish I went to DreamCon, man. All the cosplayers and stuff. But now I don't because I don't want to catch COVID. But like it's kind of. I'm just saying, it's kind of crazy how people have the audacity to do this shit. I know, like, there's flights and everything, things like that, but the fact that you, like, one, like, you're the reason why those are gonna be the main people complaining when we get, like, in lockdowns again and shit, because they can't just like, either stay home or mask up, or companies sure put a new mask mandate on their events anymore, which is a problem. And then two, it's just like the audacity coming up there. Like, I've seen, like, with I don't even think the Hungry Box, like the Hungry Box, like the fact that he went to a tournament coughing up blood and shit around people. Like, did this post COVID world teach you motherfuckers nothing? Like, do you want to just have nothing at all? Like, we can't do shit?
It did teach them nothing because everybody learned nothing. Yeah, based on how
I mean, everyone's gonna learn nothing, and then when we're forced into this shit again, everyone's gonna be the main one complaining.
We're probably. It seems we've just adopted the position of pretend it's not there at this point. So.
Well, no, we're about to. I'm gonna tell you why. Because that's what in my workplace they forcing masks again in the workplace, and people are not.
I know there is a spike recently, but like it's gotten to the point where we'll have spikes, and then like over time, we just kind of fucking do a fucking hear no evil, see no evil kind of fucking thing, and people just kind of like, people don't forget about it, obviously, people talk about it, but like in terms of how we function as a society, generally we just kind of act oblivious to it. Like, the truth is, like, you'll see people talk about the fucking COVID statistics and shit, but then you'll also see them not wear a mask.
Yeah.
That's just the
it's
fact.
Just people, and people are tired of lockdowns, but it's just like, this shit just doesn't help, because it's gonna, if it gets bad again, or God forbid we get something else that comes up, like, we're gonna be screwed, and then people are gonna be like, same people who caused it are gonna be the main ones talking about, why do we have to be in lockdown? Well, I mean, this is the reason why I have to be in lockdown. It's your dumbass fault that we're in this situation.
We're down to this point. It's not gonna go anywhere. Sorry to say,
but Retro Expo didn't have that. No one was really wearing masks, but no one came there like COVID like a fucking idiot either. But like, I went to there to I was going to get retro games. I didn't get to see Christopher Sabat because line's long and just a head person. But I went there to get games, and it was a pretty chill environment. I like going to these guys, and I understand why they selling stuff higher, because God forbid a reseller comes and buy up all their fucking stock and no one wants to go do business with them for the rest of the con. But there's a lot of small businesses there, and people will give you discounts. I got a bunch of cool stuff. I'm like making it into a video right now. Like, I got a lot of Game Boy Advance games, like I got Mega Man 0, 3, and 4, and Battle Network 5, and Extreme 2. I got Pokemon Sapphire, but turns out the dudes didn't tell me that the freaking clock was dead in it, which means I can't do the timed events, which is really stupid. But it's what it is. I mean, I can fix it, but I have to open up the card and do open cart surgery and shit. And it's like, do I really feel like doing that right now? It's like, no. Like, they should have sold. You're gonna sell these things for like 50 and above. But these things better work like right all the way, because I don't feel like you can't really do that to people who buy your games from here. They sold a copy for like $50, but I ended up getting it. I got Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. That was a classic. But the big grail that I ended up getting, looking fucking really crazy ass thing I found, was Dragon Warrior 3 on the NES, which is like a really rare game.
Just like 150, right? Yeah.
I got it for 125, and the guy was like, he said he got it from Collection. He was a Dragon Quest fan, and he had Dragon Warrior 3 also on the GB. The game with color, but I didn't get it because at the time I had a budget. I always have a budget for myself on these things, and I was at that budget limit. I was like, okay, well, I wish I found them earlier, but it is what it is. I don't go with my budget, and I got the game, and I felt good about it. And I was like the biggest grail from that event. I never thought I would get Dragon Warrior 3. If you guys don't know my strategy, for those who watch out there, I don't really collect the cartridge games like that. I don't collect like Genesis like that. I don't collect N64 or NES or Super Nintendo. I just go to cons for that stuff. The only stuff I like going on eBay for or some shit is PS1 and the disc-based games, because I just find the cartridge. You find a lot of cartridges at cons. You don't really find a lot of like rare PS2 games or rare. Well, you'll find GameCube games. They won't sell GameCube games now, but you don't find a lot of rare and crazy like disc-based games. It's mostly just cartridges. And also, it's on eBay. It's really easy to fake cartridges, so it's just better to trust people that are at cons that are gonna actually, that know their stuff with it. But I think the atmosphere is just, nowadays you're gonna have to bring some cash. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I got some Genesis games. So I got Golden Axe, 2 Golden Axe 2, Shinobi 3, and Super Monaco GP, and I also got Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo. So that collection is slowly building up.
And you ruined a sealed GP Legend.
Oh yeah, I ruined the seal. Oh my god, I had to take that seal off.
I saw a dude yesterday at the arcade bring in a full, complete collection of 32X games, complete in box. And I saw that he had the seals, quote-unquote, seals on them. Because he had, like, some of them were in, like, the hard plastic seals and shit. And I'm like, dude, why did you even bother putting in the fucking, quote-unquote, seals and try to sell them as sealed? It's fucking stupid.
That's what I hate. I just think...
He had a CIV collection of 32X, which is wild. But, yeah.
I mean, CIV is cool, but my big thing with the seal market is how easy it is to fake. People just see seal anywhere. Like, people see sealed anywhere. It's like, like, for instance, like, if I see like a sealed game at like Goodwill, right? Why would a sealed game, just logically think about this, in a Goodwill or anything like that, why would there be a sealed game there unless somebody sealed it back, like Goodwill or somebody? Like, that'd be the only reason, because there's no way who's gonna buy a game from GameStop, never play it, and then just keep it sealed and just like sell it to Goodwill. Like, what? Or some other place. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And they don't get games, like new games like that. It doesn't make any sense why it's, like that. And I just feel like it's so easy to fake, and I just don't care. Like, you see this freaking layer of plastic on your freaking case or box or whatever, and it's like, bro, who cares? Yeah, I want like the actual, to feel the actual case. I want to feel the actual, shit when I touch it, not this fucking plastic. You just ripped it off. I just feel it's a dumb thing, and you can't even play your sealed games. Like, it's not like a freaking piece of art or anything. It's games of art, but like, it's not like a
yeah. It's not something to view. It's something to play. Like, games are a different medium. So
I got that's what happened. I found I wanted the case and box for that game, and the only case and box that was like cheap was that freaking sealed one. And it was like practically new sealed, and it was like the case is slightly damaged because just wear and tear. And it's like, okay,
yeah.
And I made a video of me just like ripping that shit off and making fun of it. Cause it's just like it's just stupid. I mean, y'all in the comments or whatever, I can say if y'all care or not, but the reality of it is like, do you if you're a kid, buying a game, like. The first thing I didn't sit there and was like, ooh, see, I fucking ripped that shit off and start playing the game.
Exactly.
That's how it goes. You do even display, like, you just rip that shit off. I don't care about a seal, but, the only reason we care about a seal now is for money. That's all it is money. I can sell this common-ass game like GTA fucking 3 for like $18,000 because it's a sealed copy or some bullshit like that. And it's in the water. That's all. It's just money. That's all it's about. Like, it's never about like the actual game at that point. It's just no point in fucking doing it.
Yeah. It's just not. Like, I'll see fucking people hype up like Turbo Super Squad on the Wii U fucking sealed for $500, and I just like don't understand. I can't understand it. It's fucking stupid.
That's another thing. There are certain rare games that are just shit, and people need to stop. Like, people gotta stop gassing up just the price. You gas up for the price. You use gas up because you can sell it for a higher price. That's pretty much it. That's all it is. Which is, you want to make money, but like these games, like I'm just thinking, like, who out here really cares to buy Turbo on the Wii U? Like, I can't imagine that stuff. I watch these, like, these reseller channels. They're like, oh, you can do this on Mercari or whatever. My thing is every time they do this, it's like expected profit. But if you go on eBay, and I've been like check like a bunch of the like more expensive games, those listings will be up for like 3 to 5 months, even 6 months, still keep going on because no one is paying that much for that shit like that. Like, no one is doing that unless you like really want to have it. Like, you see the same listing for the same games for months. No one's buying that stuff. It's like over $200. And like with Turbo, if it's already a game that's like, well, it's rare. It's a game that like everyone knows is freaking just licensed shovelware trash. Like, who want this game? Why is this important? It's literally gassed up outside of price. I don't know, man. It's just really stupid. There are a lot of rare games that are trash, and you just gotta stop gassing shit up, bro. There's no way.
Well, Jay, I'm glad you went to the con. You supported small business, and if there's another small business that you want to support, there's this Pink Sauce. All right.
Oh my God, I saw that. God fucking damn it.
I just saw something about what is with the pink sauce.
So
I saw it.
TikTok chick fucking was putting pink sauce on her food and shit. And like she got famous off that pink sauce shit. So for some fucking reason people started to buy it from her. Her pink sauce looks fucking disgusting. And
it looks like
surprise, they got it, the label, right, the label that tells you all the nutrition facts and all that shit on it was fucked up. Like, they said, like, it had like 447 servings or some shit, something around that number. It's not that number exactly. There's a bunch of sketchy, like, nutritional info on it. It didn't come in a box. Like, it came in like wrapping. Right?
It's over exploded.
Yeah. It would come in the mail like exploded for some people because it didn't fucking come with like a actual box. And now they're fucking and for some reason a bunch of people bought some fucking pink sauce.
It's because it's a fucking TikTok shit.
Why the fuck would you eat some pink and nobody knows what's in it. Nobody knows what's in it.
Nobody knows. We don't know.
Nobody knows what's in it. She didn't even TikTok say what the fuck it tasted like, right? So you're just fucking, a bunch of people are just fucking buying this fucking mysterious pink sauce that goes on your food, and it's not fucking in anything, like a solid fucking like container or anything. So fucking imagine. You just buy some fucking nasty ass mysterious pink sauce and start eating that shit. I don't understand it. I don't understand.
I just looked it up. It looks like paint.
That's nasty.
I don't know why you would buy pink sauce. I mean, maybe the curiosity. Okay,
because it's trendy.
I can understand like curiosity. I do it out of curiosity. I wouldn't eat it. Okay, all right. I love fucking I love Steve MRE. Okay, he's a great dude. Okay, but I'm not gonna be I'm not risking my life with eating some shit. Okay, I'm not gonna eat like the fucking 100-year-old cracker. Okay, from fucking World War not from World War, but from fucking the Civil War. Okay, I'm not eating that. Okay, I'm not eating.
I want Steve MRE just to try it. I want him to try it just so he could say something like the fucking 100-year-old cracker tasted better than the pink sauce.
And then he gets his fucking stomach pumped.
Yeah.
Eating the pink sauce. I don't know. I don't understand it. Someone said it on Twitter, and I agree wholeheartedly. It's just, it doesn't even sound appetizing, and y'all would eat at the chum bucket. I'm convinced. Exactly.
It's just trendy, and they want to like get followers on TikTok over this stuff, and like nobody But the only thing is that nobody like fucking like thinks about this shit. They just get this shit, and then something bad happens. It's like every fucking challenge. Remember that challenge where like you stuck your lip in the bottle, and then people did it, and like their lip fucking like bursted open, or it wasn't burst open. It like swelled up, and they kept doing it, and they're like, oh my god, this bad thing happened. You know, it's just really stupid. It's really stupid. Huh?
Okay, you know, someone made an interesting point. How come in every like picture and video we see of the pink sauce, the hue is different? Like sometimes it's more pink.
Yeah. That was another thing with it. The hue was never the same. The hue was
it's always like
it's always like varied colors. So like like this is some fucking like no one knows. Okay, no one knows what the fuck this shit is.
Yeah.
I would.
It looks like some of it looks like Thousand Island sauce, and others it looks like paint.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I would. I don't think I would risk my life on the pink sauce. I don't think I would do it.
No, fuck that.
I don't think I would. Yeah, no. I'd
be
good on that.
I don't know. Some people are like, "Oh, I'm buying it so I can get that lawsuit money because she's getting sued." Someone's gonna get poisoned from this shit and die. She's gonna get sued.
Yeah.
Like, apparently someone said tubby custard. I saw. Apparently she made an apology video after putting a picture up of her flashing money on a cruise ship from the money she made for the fucking pink sauce or something.
Yeah. She's scared all
video. She's talking about not wrapping it in fucking paper so that it gets bursted or what it's.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's yeah.
I would not be surprised if she just put paint thinner in some of these. To be honest,
people say support the small business, and then it's fucking pink sauce. It's fucking
sauce.
It's fucking shorts with the fucking dick hanging out on the fucking front. Oh, the fucking
yeah.
It's what some of these small businesses are on, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, I get that, but then I go inside the restaurant where they're fucking making food with their bare hands and like they have like shit on their hands and shit. And, I'm like, maybe I won't support the small business today.
Well, they're fucking putting food in the microwave. The fucking kitchen's not been fucking clean in 10 years. There's fucking cockroaches running around. Oh fuck! So that's what it is. Okay, it is what it is. Right.
Yeah, I read it. Sometimes you get good things, and sometimes you get the pink sauce. Most of the time, it's the pink sauce.
Yeah.
So when are we doing the podcast where we try it?
No, I'm not doing that. I'm good on the pink sauce. I think I'm good the rest of my life. We're not going for that.
We just constantly get disappointment. That reminded me of what the game I was talking about. I thought I was hyped for it, but I saw more details, and now I'm upset. And it's Skate 4. I'm sorry, Skate. That's always what it's called now.
The trend, new thing to do. You don't add the number. Don't add the number.
Yeah. Just call it. Yeah.
Just call it the name. Fuck it. Who cares?
So. You don't know, years ago.
Even if it's not a reboot, just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Just skate. Okay, skate.
2 years ago.
It's trendy.
EA got these developers right before conference call, right before freaking like EA Direct or whatever, and they told them, "Hey, you can make Skate 4, and go tell that to the world." They were like, "Okay. We can make Skate 4. Guys, we're so excited. Just got the news like 10 minutes before the freaking thing. They're so excited. Everyone's getting hyped. Skate 4 is announced. Oh my god. This is awesome. Is EA actually doing something good for once? No. They're not doing anything good. So they revealed details today of the game. And what it's looking like, there's no single player, which is already really bad.
Great, wonderful.
The game is an online style multiplayer game.
Great,
with all of those benefits, including microtransactions for cosmetics. It's what they say. They say it's just always online. You can create parks online.
Mm-hmm.
All this other stuff. It's just EA's fucking current fucking lineup of shit. Just like Need for Speed. This is currently all online game.
Yeah.
No player. Not even single player like Need for Speed.
Mm-hmm.
Graphically, it looked like shit too. It looked like an indie game.
Because it's super early. That's why.
That's
like
That was supposed to be the full game. Thought that was...
No, it's pre-alpha. Now, if it full looks like that, we're gonna have some issues.
That's my favorite. Love it.
And it's a live service game. That's what it is. They said they hope to continue to community.
Yes, bro. Yes.
And I'm just thinking and a bunch of Skate fans thinking the same thing. After the Tony Hawk blunder with Activision,
mm-hmm.
It was like Skate's gonna save us. No, Skate's not gonna save us. Skate's gonna fucking kill us. That's what it's gonna do. And they're trying to gas up we're not gonna do all that stuff. Same bullshit when a live service game comes out. Where they're always we're not gonna do these evil things. Like these other games we made.
They do it.
They do it. Crash Team Racing. We're not gonna add microtransactions to the game as a system built for microtransactions into the game. Freaking Gaslight's that's made to freaking get players who want loot boxes and microtransactions in the game to get unlock content faster. Then adds the content as a service to the players. After
that game as a product was so fucking bad to the point where it's really funny because the way you got items and shit in that game, like costumes and characters, was so bad that when they added microtransactions, it actually made it better. That fucking tells you a lot how fucking bad that game was. That's because
it was already a system. It was already a system that was made for microtransactions, the way the system worked. Because you couldn't get stuff unless you were online. You couldn't, and even though it was a single player campaign, you only get less than half of the content on there. And in general, it was just hard to get. And unless you like I said, players were defending it because they were oh yeah, I wanted it because of this, but they didn't realize that this was all just a freaking plan to get people to want microtransactions. Some people may say I'm crazy because I'm saying this, but this is how companies work. They don't, when they make ideas like this isn't just we're gonna have to, it's a whole algorithm, because they're trying to force your brain into thinking, hey, I need to spend money on that. And that's what they're gonna do with this game. It's EA of all people. They're gonna do something with this game, cosmetics, and it's gonna be really bad. I can already tell. And I'm just what I wanted. We can have multiplayer because the multiplayer is pretty important. But a lot of people love Skate for its single player content. The people keep playing Skate for their single player content, And the fact that this probably won't have single player because they didn't say nothing about it in that scripted ass interview.
Fuck that single player.
It's free to play. Probably it seemed like it won't even have any pro skaters in the game either, because it's a live service game, just about the online. It was the single player gave us the pro skaters, and they're Eric Hodson and Rob Dyrdek and other pro skaters. It won't have them in there. It's just terrible. This is not what we wanted. And all I know is that I forgot who it was. There was a skater that was talking about how EA approached him about a deal for a new Skate game, but they told him what it was, and it was for a Skate 3 mobile game. And the dude got mad and told him to fuck off and told him to turn it down. And he said he did it because that's not what the fans want. That's not what the skaters want. We want an actual Skate 4, which was pretty base on his part because he just said fuck EA on that point. Mm-hmm. But he's also a very anti-establishment dude, so he's already against it. But the fact that they were gonna do that, make a mobile port of Skate 3, after all these years, and they do this, I don't know, man. It's just skateboarding games are in the mud. There's some cool other arcade games with direct Tony Hawk's and Skate. It's in the mud. It's dead in the water at this point, unless there's some fucking miracle we're doomed. And it's just a dying genre at this point. I don't know how you can come back so hard. You can come back so fucking hard, and then just fail. Like just absolute failure, absolute incompetence on all sides. I don't understand it. I really don't. It should be easy. It should not be this hard. But companies just love to fuck everything up that people want and don't want to listen.
You know, Jay, I can understand a little bit how you feel with this, because we didn't talk about it too much in the podcast, but, the exact same thing happened with another game, a Skull and Bones.
Oh, yeah.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah,
we forgot to talk about it in the podcast. I almost forgot it this podcast, too.
Assassin's Creed, it started in Assassin's Creed 3, but Assassin's Creed Black Flag is really where they fully, implemented the fucking ship combat system. And fucking, everybody played that, and we're like, you know what? Fuck yeah, this is a great ass system. I would love for this to be an entire game, without the Assassin's Creed, in it. It's like the easiest. It's probably one of the easiest concepts. It's all you've already got the system. You just need to make it its own fucking game, right? Maybe make some like land combat or whatever the fuck. But it's not that hard. Just make a pirate game, okay? Just make a pirate game. But then what did they do? They make it multiplayer, all right? They fucking make it multiplayer only, with no land combat, only ship combat. Okay, all right. I was upset, without the fucking land combat or whatever the fuck. I'd prefer a full pirate game, but okay. All right, the ship combat's fun enough to where I would probably play a game that's just that. But it's multiplayer only. And then they go dark for like fucking multiple years without saying shit. And then it comes out that, apparently they need to release it, or else the Singapore government's gonna fuck them in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about that game, where they have a deal with the fucking government of Singapore, where they have to release that game before a certain date, or else they get in fucking legal trouble with a fucking government.
Yeah, they'll have to pay them like a certain amount of money. And apparently, the employees they send there are too racist to work on shit. Or whatever the fuck. There's a bunch of crazy shit with that. Yeah, there was like racism. I remember some shit like that.
Bro.
It was some crazy shit. I think they didn't refuse to hire anyone in Singapore or something. It was some weird shit. There's some weird shit. I don't even remember the specifics. It was a while ago that news came out. But yeah. So there was that. It went dark. And then it comes back and it looks ass. It does not look good. It does not look good at all. I saw the new trailer.
Yeah.
It's got a fucking shit ton of dislikes, though YouTube doesn't let you see it, but there's ways to get around that. Okay, there's ways to get around that.
There's a certain extension on Chrome you can use.
Yeah, but the trailer's out and it does not look very good. It looks pretty poor, actually. I don't know how you fumble this concept this bad. I don't think
literally just pirates.
Yeah,
you have Black Flag as reference.
This is it's the easiest thing in the world. It's not that hard. It's not.
They had the gameplay too.
Yeah, the gameplay, it looks not. Yeah, they had the gameplay. Like, the only thing I would say is that you'd probably have to do, if you were gonna make this game, you just have to make it so that if you were going to do a full-on simulator, you'd have to redo the combat, because Assassin's Creed combat is its own beast, really. But it just makes me upset, that it was Ubisoft that came up with this concept, because I knew deep down when I was playing Black Flag that we were probably never going to get a good fucking actual follow-up on this. There was no shot.
Yeah.
There was no fucking shot. There was no way. Ubisoft is too fucking incompetent.
It has 12k likes. Can you guess how many dislikes it has?
I see how many dislikes it has.
Fuck! Jay, Mitchell, you're cheating. Jay, can you guess how many dislikes it has?
It's probably I'm gonna guess 50k dislikes.
11k.
11k.
Well, we're looking at the gameplay overview. We got 17k likes, And we got 44K. That's like
No, it's there.
Yeah.
I just looked at the cinematic trailer.
Yeah, it's you know, why do they have fireworks coming from the ships? I hate this. I'm sorry. I'm upset. I'm so upset. This is so bad. Why would you fuck this up like that? I don't know. It's Ubisoft. I should have known. I did know, actually. I knew. I knew as soon as they said it was going to be multiplayer only, I knew they fucked it. I know they fucked it. It's fucked.
You know, there are people in this world that have I know this is like with Sonic, but there are people in this world that have the audacity to talk about Sonic, but then try to say that, try to fucking defend Ubisoft's modern Ubisoft games. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, stay in your fucking corner.
I know Assassin's Creed, apparently, new ones are more, I don't know, they got more content or whatever the fuck, like they've changed shit up. I'm just not interested. I don't know. There's something about Ubisoft that just turns me off from these games. I'm not very interested. I've never been too big of an Assassin's Creed fan. I'm too agree with you. It's not been my my cup of tea, really. Black Flag was the only real exception because it was pirates. And pirates are cool, you know. But I don't know. I'm not interested.
See, just remind me with Ubisoft and multiplayer games. You know that, first off, we haven't heard about Beyond Good and Evil 2 for 5 million years.
Oh, that's just canceled. I bet you that's just canceled.
They said something recently. About it. I think
it's also a multiplayer game.
Well,
keep in mind, it is a sequel to a single-player game that is a multiplayer game.
Yep.
So,
I don't know. I thought I heard some news. They listed it as in active development. That's what they did recently. They listed it as an
active development. What does that mean?
Who knows?
Oh no, man!
What does that mean?
Just bad. Oh, it's just terrible, bro. I don't know who making these decisions in Ubisoft and it's trying to like turn. I just don't. To me, I just don't get it because you know Ubisoft has like you know you can have their multiplayer games. I don't know why they have to keep making these single player games out to be multiplayer games. And that reminds me, before that Skate announcement, right? And you remember EA put out a tweet where it was like, when she's a 10, but she only plays single player games.
Yeah, that.
And they got so bad, they had to delete the tweet. And the executives of EA got really mad at EA. And they fired that social media manager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I gotta love it. Just rubbing fucking not even rubbing anything, just throwing fucking iron fucking blades in my fucking wound. Just relentlessly, man. Oh man,
Ubisoft is usually bad, but there's just something about Ubisoft that's just like egregious. It's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny watching people suffer a little bit from it, like skull and bones. But Ubisoft.
I just wanted a pirate game. That's it.
Just wanted a pirate game.
That's all I wanted.
You got Sea of Thieves. That's your pirate game.
Fuck no.
Yeah, you got Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Listen, we don't want to make Banjo, but we can make Sea of Thieves or some shit. What did they say? What was their quote on that?
They didn't want to make Banjo-Kazooie.
But they were just like, they said something like, people beefed them on it, but it's like, but we can make Sea of Thieves. And they were just like, yeah, Rareware could, like, they are the only ones that could make Sea of Thieves, or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, I understand why. Like, it's the old development team's gone from Rare. And like,
Rare plays hot.
Yeah, they play Sonic, but like, I mean, like my thing is this, and I don't know why companies don't do this for their IPs, where it's like, okay, you know that people want a new game from your IP. You know, so why don't you get a competent company to put it out? Now, there are some undesirable freaking consequences of that, like Sly. These times, which is an alright game, but it has a cliffhanger and a lot of things that are not Sly-ish in the game. But like overall, it'd just be a lot better for you. Like I'll say, it's like puts out their license, just make sure they care about the fucking like franchise instead of like, for instance, they could give Banjo to Playtonic, and Playtonic could make a Banjo game if they want, they could ask whatever. I know it's like different things going on and stuff, but I'm just saying like they could like I don't know, you could just give it to the studio and have them do it and make a new game. I know it won't be the same soul, but it's just like it's either that or just have the franchise dead.
I know part of it is kind of what happened to Killer Instinct, where the only reason Killer Instinct got made was because within Microsoft, how do I forget his name? But he's like he's from like shit, and he works at Microsoft, and he's really popular within the game industry. And he's like he was the head of like Microsoft, like Xbox Live Arcade Studios and shit. And the only reason Killer Instinct exists was because he championed it. He really wanted Killer Instinct to be made, and he was in a high enough position to get it made, like convince execs and shit to give him funding for it. And I think the issue with something like Banjo-Kazooie right now is that even if there's someone championing for it, they're still either fighting for it or they're not high enough in the fucking pecking shots.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious that like executives are just not convinced that like they should fund a band.
Well, it's. I mean, I don't blame them. I really don't blame them. There's a reason why Super Lucky Tail went to the Switch, and Super Lucky Tail is so generic. Like that, obviously, is going to Switch. Yeah. But Xbox, the current landscape of Xbox gamers do not care about Banjo and Kazooie. It is a Nintendo game where they care about it. And yes, they put it on Nintendo Switch, but it's like they want to sell Xboxes. So what good is a? Just think about that. Like,
they don't want to anymore because you know how they are.
Yeah, well, they still want to sell Game Pass, right? And stuff like that. But the thing, and you play Game Pass on your Xbox or your PC. But the thing about it to me is like, think about it from a company perspective. What good is bringing back an IP if it's only going to work well on another system? Like that's it, because that's where most of the money would go to for that system. There are people buying the Squirrel game, the Squirrel platform at
Super Lucky Tail.
Yeah, there are people buying that game in the Switch and liking it. I don't really care for it because, like I said, the game feels like it's just a generic platformer as hell. But fucking, like, it's working on the Switch, and Banjo is just not going to work with Xbox gamers. You can ask Xbox gamers the question, and they're going to be like, man, I don't want this fucking shit. I don't want to play Banjo. I don't want to play. I want, like, the new Halo. I want Gears. I want all these other things. And you can't get mad at them because Xbox made their own fan base back in the day off of that. And I'm gonna be 100 with you, man. The hot take on the Banjo stuff is probably gonna get me freaking canceled by some fans, but it is what it is. If Banjo stayed with Nintendo, I guarantee you, I 100% guarantee you, it would go the route of F-Zero or Pikmin, where there would be nothing. Like it would be nothing. It would be like one thing later on. Like 3 years, they would go that path because the only shit that people buy is Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, and Kirby. That's it. That's why they keep getting the same fucking 4 IPs, the same games. The rest are like lucky to get a bunch of sales, and that's pretty much it.
Well,
no. It's much easier to revive something like Perfect Dark, which you see they're doing now, than like fucking Banjo, I think, for a wider audience. Even if like Perfect Dark is still like kind of niche, because you know like of what Perfect Dark is, it's easier to sell to that kind of fucking crowd.
Well,
yeah. I think we've about hit the limit.
Yeah,
So
we
what?
about hit the time. So
Yeah, damn.
Surpassed my limits.
So, Noah's not here. Make fun of him for that, Jay.
make fun of Noah in the comments. Everybody say
Yeah, make fun of Noah in the comments.
Noah's in the comments, please.
Yeah, Noah's.
And if you're listening on Spotify, go on the YouTube channel and put in the comments.
Yeah.
Alexa, play Frank Sinatra.
Darn,
That is an ancient meme. That is an ancient.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah, that is an ancient Noah joke.
All right, it's over.
So yeah,
Fuck off. Follow
yeah.
us on social media, please.